What's up, everyone? Um, you know, welcome back. If you already have been watching my videos, I know I'm a little bit, about 7 years a bit late, but I just wanted to take tonight, well, the time to go over some passives that not a lot of people know about if you're not like a OG legit Borderlands player. Because I know Borderlands has gotten a lot of new spotlight with Announcer 3 and with this new Commander Lilith DLC out, so let's jump into it. The first one I'll show you is two passives on the Berserker. Well, actually, maybe more than two passives. There's a lot. So let's start off with the main two, and that's going to be the Sawbar and any rocket launcher. A lot of people will say, "Oh, it's the Ahab," or it's the Nukem, or any. No, it's any type of rocket launcher, but you pretty much want to have the rocket launcher inside your main hand, and yes, it doesn't have to have ammo, and you're gonna berserk. And so the Sawbar at a certain distance, as you can see, does like millions of damage, like ridiculous amounts if you get the range correct. Like, I'm not close enough yet, but when I am, here, let's try it on this rack. Like, it's ridiculous. It's a little bit hard to understand how the Sawbar works, but you can see I'm not even making this up. Like, it's dramatic. Like, it's crazy how well this works. And this is a legit account, like overpowered 8. The Commander Lilith DLC kind of did ruin a lot of the difficulties in the game. Let me just shoot him so I can get my ability back. Oh yeah, that's another thing. The volume. A lot of people call it a glitch. I don't see it as a glitch at all. It's not a glitch. It's literally a passive. Like, like every gun, like with an ability, has a passive. The Grog Nozzle has a passive that heals, and we'll get into that. How to be immortal, pretty much, with the Berserker. And the Flacker and the Sawbar have a passive that can mimic pretty much the damage of the launcher inside their leading hand, and that's only because they don't fire regular projectiles. They fire like kind of explosive based physical and explosive damage projectiles. I'll show you with the Flacker. Look, I'm gonna one-shot him. Do you see how much damage that is? Did you see that? 29,000 K. 29 million damage, I think. That's ridiculous. If I switch the guns out of my lead hand, you will see it's a crazy difference. Let me find someone to annihilate before my berserking like runs out. Come here, rack. Somebody. Look at the difference. Oh, I didn't even hit him. Wow. Okay, well, I don't need to berserk like in order to show the damage off, but look at the difference. Look, I'm only doing like well, since the Flacker has good damage, I'm only doing like a couple million or whatever, a million damage with the shots, and all my shots are lining up because this is a perfect Flacker. Like, and the accuracy on the Berserker is really good. Gage won't be able to use this, but look, million damage, 1,000K, 1,800K. But if I berserk with this, you can see a way bigger difference. 28 million damage. And guess how much the rocket launcher does? Guess. 30 million damage. Look how much the rocket launcher does. 10 million damage times 3. It only makes sense, people. It only makes sense. One more thing I wanted to bring to spotlight on the Berserker was the ability to run fast, somewhat like the Siren. And for the Berserker, you're going to need a Fabled Tortoise shield, and you're going to need a class mod that's big enough to take away the capacity of the shield. As you can see, you need a low leveled Fabled Tortoise shield, so then the class mod that you prefer, me, I use a Legendary Titan, will be able to kind of contradict the shield, because the shield is supposed to reduce your movement, but since the shield can't be active at all because it can't have any it can't have any capacity, it allows you to run pretty much the opposite of what the shield is supposed to do. The shield is supposed to slow you down, but the movement speed that's taken away from the Fabled Tortoise is given to you while it has, like, through the negative numbers. It doesn't have to just be like this Legendary Titan class mod. If you could find a class mod with bigger numbers, you'll be able to run faster. This is the best class mod I've found. The lower the Fabled Tortoise shield, the better the effect. You take it as however you take it as. Another crazy thing about the Berserker is his ability to become almost invincible in a sense, and I'm not even being dramatic. I'm gonna show you guys that I'm gonna like be invincible by face tanking one of the hardest raid bosses in this game. So I'm gonna start, of course, by trying to unleash a maximum amount of DPS. But look, as you can see, my health and my shield's gonna be depleted the whole time. My health's never gonna drop. I'm not even gonna like die. Look, devastating hit, and it still doesn't affect me. Look, I just did one of the hardest raid bosses, arguably the hardest raid boss, and I face tanked him and didn't even die. And that's because I have the Grog Nozzle. The Grog Nozzle replenishes all health. That is, like, the more damage you do, or the more bullets that are fired, the more health you get back. The infinity is ridiculous because it infinitely shoots, so you could infinitely pretty much stay, like, regenerate health and stay alive. Look, I got a Assassin's class mod, I'll pick it up, but you could just infinitely stay alive with the infinity and the Grog Nozzle. You have to kind of deck out the setup, and I would advise you to put, well, I'll show you my class mod first. Cocky Renegade class mod, and all my things say OP7. They're originally OP8, but the new update transferred everything down one level. I know for you guys, everything will say 11 to 72, 73, 74, etc. But you want this class mod for 50% increase of pistol gun damage. The 3 points on Army Huckleberry will give you another 24% plus reload speed, and then you need, well, you don't need a B shield, but you need something with amp shots, because, you know, from a distance you want to do as much maximum damage as possible, and you want a Bone of G Ancients to match whatever kind of element that you prefer. They have, you know, shock, corrosion, fire, so you choose. I mean, if that's not enough evidence, then I don't know what to say. And you could do this on any level. This isn't just for high level or OP levels. One more thing, and a lot of, like, people love to do this. Let me buy some ammo, but I will show you guys, like, a super cool way to sort of jump higher. Rocket jumping, relatively, it's called, and this is how you properly do it. You have to have a sham shield, preferably 94% sham shield, take off your class mod, and when you can Zerk, you want to throw your 2 grenades down, jump, and then fire. And look how high I just jumped. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. You always want to wait for the grenades. You know, a grenade detonation time, you should always try to time it. And jump into the air and fire when your grenades are going to detonate. I know a lot of people end up going over the map and doing a whole bunch of crazy stuff with rocket jumping. It's very useful. Yeah, I mean, I think that's what I can cover on the Concerker for now. I guess I'll move on to Maya. Now we've switched to my Maya, and I think you guys can spot how abnormal my Maya is already. And I think that icon of the bunny rabbit sticks out, you know, quite a lot. Well, let me explain. My Maya is a track star for 3 reasons. The first reason, a skill called Fleet. And that's going to be the base of this whole operation. This and alongside the Rough Rider shield. Those two synergize perfectly. The Fleet skill activates when you have 0 shield. The Rough Rider is exactly 0 shield. Exactly. Now this is what makes the pudding taste beautiful. This class mod, and you can't get any better one than this, has 6 on Fleet. And there's a green version, there's a blue version, I think there's a white version. The white version will give you +4, the green will give you +5, the blue one will give you +6. This is the best variation of it. And this makes this, depending on how high the number is added, 11 out of 5 will give you 110% boost. Without this class mod, you'll get a regular kind of boost, sort of similar to the Gunzerker speed, but this is fast, but this is faster. It's ridiculous, and this is a non-glitch. All of the things that I've shown you are non-glitch. A lot of people will say, oh, they're glitches. They're not glitches. I'm telling you, they're built into the game. They haven't been patched because they're not problems, they're not bugs, they don't need to be fixed. Now, something crazy, and it's not really based off of a player or a character, and it can happen for anyone. There's this thing called a master copy, and it pretty much allows you to have infinite money and infinite backpack space. Let me just show you. As you can see, I can't sell this. I get the money, I can't get rid of it. My backpack storage stays at, well, it could go down to negative numbers. Allow me to pick up an infinite number of items. Actually, if you guys don't believe that it works, I'll take it to Power Piece Bar, and I'll make sure there's so much loot on the floor that it'll be impossible to pick up, and I'll pick it all up. I'll clip it, and by the time I get there, I'll just show you. Alright. Now, with this showcase, I'm going to showcase 2 things. Let me make sure my mic is on. I'm going to showcase the fact that I will have infinite storage space. Let me go sell my wisp a little bit more. You only get infinite storage space depending on how many times you sell your wisp. I can have negative, I'm going to get it to 100. And pretty much I'll be able to have 100 more things to carry, plus the 39 I might already have. I'm actually going to respec my skill points, and I'm going to increase the duration, reflection, Perfect. And now the Phoenix. As you can see, alright, now that my build is complete, this is gonna be honestly ridiculous. So all I have to do is walk by everyone and everyone is gonna drop dead. And I'm not even making this up. Like look. And the thing is that all the damage is like, it's not amplified, but it's just continued with the fact that I have to like kill people. So the more you kill people, the more the aura stays. Yes, that's a good lesson. But you see, if as soon as I kill him, the two icons in the bottom right of my XP bar show a Phoenix and Reflection. And what I do know is Reflection Maya, a build is really crazy, but this Phoenix that I'm showcasing, which is a natural skill for her, like, it's pretty crazy. Like, it can add major damage per second for like lower level. Of course I'm a high level, they're level 30, I'm level 72, so it's not showing off too much. But I think they tried to build Maya in a really high DPS way, because a lot of her mods are plus 127% SMG damage, and she's really good with elements. So I see where they're going. It's just that the Berserker surpasses her so crazily, like easily. So I don't know what to really make with it. I just completed a few rounds of Power Piece Bar, and you can see that I have 47 out of 39 backspace. And if I go and to pick something up, let's say I drop this, and you know that when your backpack is full, you can't pick anything up. I'm still able to pick this up, and I could pick up to 99 more backpack space, because the negative 60 could deplete to 0, and then I could still go back up to 39 backpack space. This is the only glitch inside this video, the only real glitch. These have to be obtained from someone with a master account, because of a wisp jar or whatever it is. It could be a gun, a grenade mod. You have to have a master copy. It only works if you're the host of your game, and if you join someone else's game and sell your wisp jar, if it doesn't work, buy it back. If you somehow obtain it on accident, buy it back and don't sell it, because you might think it's broken. It's not. It doesn't work on other multiplayer games that you're not the host of. Alright? Okay. Now to turn to 0, well, we all know about the first thing that piques our interest about 0. And it's this skill right here, Critical Ascension. As you can see, I have no skill points in right now. So what I'm going to do is insert all my skill points, and pretty much I'm going to come to the Marcus dummy. From here we're going to begin stacking. So you know how it works. You need all headshots. And in order to stack them, you need to do continuous critical hits Now, you see how I'm going to run out of ammo. So, what do we do? So, alright, that was my last shot. I could run to the ammo box, or while they're depleting, I can run over to the new use station, and instead of risking them all, just respec your skill points. Now you can see I do have a lower number, 36. But if I come over here and respec my skill points, let me check how much money I have. Yeah, I'm good. Come over here, buy more ammo, and then let's see if I have a better class mod. I don't. I need a relic, a stockpile relic, especially for my 0. But I just want to check if okay, this is the ideal sniper right here, a weak sniper with higher fire rate. So I'm gonna put all my skills back in, and you see they don't deplete until they don't deplete at all. That 36 is mine for good, and that's pretty crazy. So I'm gonna continue stacking, and this pushka is good because it goes with your finger, so you're able to be a little bit more accurate, and there's less recoil. Now I'm up to, I have approximately, I could get up to 140, I believe. And I'm going to continue this process. I'm going to run over to the station, and they're slowly depleting. And you might be a little bit upset, dude, you know, it doesn't make sense that half of it goes away, or a little bit more than half. I feel like it's worth the sacrifice. Look, I have 106 stack left, and they're not depleting at all. And that is perfect, because now your gun does amazing damage without even having this put in. If we compare, I do 329k with a headshot for now. So I'm gonna put my skill points in like last time. And we're gonna start stacking again. We already went up to 429k, 500k. And this is the best thing ever, because now you don't have to worry about hitting a critical hit every 5 seconds, because we know that's very unrealistic. And there's not even enough enemies that spawn on this game in a single map that allow you to hit that many critical hits. Like in like a single run. Bosses do have critical hits, but if you don't have the training dummy, or you're somewhere, I would advise you to get a low leveled sniper. A Droog is probably the best sniper that you could get, because it is fully automatic, and if you have all your accuracies decked out for 0, you could pretty much become like a machine and stack them up so fast. And since it's low level, it won't kill the target, pretty much making it a farm. So then I'm gonna continue this for a little bit longer, and maybe I'll try to go in, I don't know, this is a rushed account, so I don't think I'll be able to really do anything because everything's gonna be level 15. But as you can see, I get to keep 162 stacks automatically. The stacks aren't going to drop less than 162, and I'm going to show you. Just give it some time, and they're not dropping less than 162. This is why this is very helpful, because that means that your base gun damage can always stay at a constant high level. You don't have to worry about going back to square one. Boom. Watch. 162. Look, it doesn't deplete any farther. That's literally perfect. Literally perfect. I mean, if you're a diehard zero, main, and you want to take the stacks to 999 on here, or 900 if you're able to. I mean, try it and then respec your skill points, and keep your main numbers at however high. But I thought this was really helpful because critical ascension is probably one of the, in my opinion, one of the most useless skills to respec into, because no one's gonna land a critical hit every 5 seconds. Like speaking for myself mainly, I don't want to play this game having to land critical hit every 5 seconds just in order to get increased gun damage. I'd rather play gauge and just kill enemies and then know that my anarchy stacks aren't going to deplete after 5 seconds. I think I'm gonna wrap this up right here. I went over the Berserker, I went over Maya, and I went over Zero for one thing. Krieg, well, I know a lot of people take interest into Krieg, so I think I'm going to cover one thing as an honorable mention about Krieg, and I'm going to clip it and come back to it. Now, Krieg is a certain particular character, and I think that the Gearbox crew or Borderlands did really good with Krieg to an extent. Now, early game Krieg is pretty useless. He has no survivability. He has no ammo regeneration. He has nothing really going for him. You get the buzz axe and it lasts for a few seconds. Okay, we understand. Up until level 29 and 30. Level 29 and 30 is when things progress, because this layout is the best low level layout you can have. You don't wanna get this skill. The only thing I like about this skill is that he says a random quote every time. He either says something as a normal person, and it caught me by surprise because he can talk like a normal person, but you do hit yourself and you kill yourself a lot. It's really annoying. You could go for any of these. Salt the wound is what you really want. Fuel the rampage is what you really want. These two, feed the meat, empty the rage is what you really want, and 3 left to kill. That's gonna open up this, release the beast. And as you can see, I'm gonna purposely lower down my health, my shield, and I'm gonna go Buzz Axe Rampage. So I'm gonna let them lower me. You don't die, but let them lower you to an extent, and you'll see that, look, Krieg has an iframe, and the thing is, if you keep letting him take damage through the duration, and then now let's choose this time. Look, I already have it back, so I could chain it together just because I decided to take so much damage. So I'm gonna let them hit me more, and I'm gonna keep letting it happen, and the more damage I take, look how fast it recharges. It didn't recharge fast because I didn't kill anyone either. But you can see when they attack me. Oh no, chose the wrong person. Yeah, I'm gonna end up getting my second wind off him. Dang, he saw my kill. Thank you, Nomad, thank you. But that's another thing. Krieg, his survivability only amplifies towards the late game. But when it's there, and it's ridiculous. I did it too early on that one. But I'm gonna let them attack me and hurt me and stuff. So then by the time I'm low, I'll be able to get my ability back instantly. Like literally instantaneously. Look. And then I'm back at full health. And Krieg has an iframe where enemies, it's a gap where he can't die. And they put it like that. Whoa. I guess they won't attack me while I'm like this, but look, I got my ability back instantly, but I did it too early. I did it way too early. But I'm gonna try to chain it together like multiple times. Okay. Dang, I did it too early again. It's just so ridiculous. Okay, I'm gonna get attacked. So then by the time my ability ends. Okay, you're the sacrifice. You'll be the sacrifice. But I'll try to chain my super like together like. Okay. Alright, this is the first one. I'm gonna wait till I'm at 33, less than 33%. Oh my gosh. Alright. I need to find a bigger group of enemies. I know that just his crowd control and survivability gets ridiculous, but he is still fragile. You just have to be able to kind of time it correctly. But it's not hard. Just that if you do his ability too early, he won't become tanky enough to take more damage. Like Krieg, as we know, his ability, like, it takes quite a while to come back. And so with that taking damage, you need to be as tanky as possible. So lining it up correctly each time is very important. I know there's gonna be some fire ants over here, I think. Spider ants, not fire ants. Alright, I dropped under. I'm gonna let him attack me. Hit me. Just gonna take a constant beating. Okay, boom, time for you to die. Okay, now, exactly. My life is all the way up. I couldn't get attacked. Now I have to wait till it's lower, but my ability is already back. It's crazy. So take this as advice as well. If you're looking for a nice start to the game and you're trying to kind of bypass through it and then trying to build up a character, Krieg is going to take way more investment than the rest of your characters, because like his early game is horrible. I just got my ability back again. That's the second time in a row. I'm going to try to do it 10 times. Dang, I did it too early. That's another thing. Whenever you get a kill, you heal for 100%. Not even 100%, but depending on the damage, I think that was output. Like with the last swing. Alright. Hit me. Hit me, thank you. Hit me again. There we go. Dang, too early again. I think you guys understand the gist though. Like a lot of people don't take the middle tree into account the correct way, because you're supposed to get hit. You're not supposed to demolish everything on screen. The middle tree and the left tree synergize correctly. Oh my god. That's another thing. The more you get attacked, the more stacks you get for damage. I just one-shotted him with my regular melee because I kept getting attacked. And the salt the wound stacks just are ridiculous. And the melee damage was so high because my regular melee damage 8,000. Well, that's not regular with the stacks. I'm gonna let the stacks deplete a little bit. And you can see it drops. It's still 8,000, of course. Wow. Alright, let's have a beat down. Chopping things up. I mean, I think that this video is done, and I hope you guys enjoyed it and learned something new. I didn't include Gage or the Commando because, well, one, Gage doesn't really have any real glitches, or what that people like to call them glitches, but she can't really utilize any like passives because she already pretty much has everything set for her. Her anarchy stacks don't deplete unless you choose certain skills. And the Commando, well, I haven't used the Commando and I don't see a use for him at all. The only thing I know about the Commando is that you could throw one turret and then you could kill it and it'll count as a kill. You could get a revive from it. But I don't want to make a video on that because, well, I'm not familiar with the Commando. He wasn't my choice when I had entered this game. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I apologize for the quality of the mic. I don't have my Yeti mic at the moment, so I would use the headset, and I hope this was really helpful and informative on your Borderlands journey. For all you new players, I already know you OG players know this type of stuff, so but if this like jogged your memory or was nostalgic, you know, like it, comment, share, only if you want. But I just wanted to hop on the Borderlands craze. I was a little bit months ago. I am about 7 years late. I understand, but just, I don't know. My love for this game just thrives. Enjoy.